How did you guys meet?
So we met.
You can tell your story, my story.
Okay.
We can have two versions.
Okay, we'll have two versions.
Version one.
So my version
Let's see how they match up.
I was in London and I was like, oh my God, I'm never going to meet anyone else. I put myself out there, drank a load of wine, downloaded Bumble, started swiping, do what I always do, swipe, and then close the app and never go back on it again because I then get anxiety. So then...
Oh, no, that is quite true.
Yeah.
And then I saw Amy on Bumble. But at the time, she was branding herself as an air hostess still. So I saw her and liked her, and I thought she looks really familiar. I couldn't put my finger on it. So I went to Instagram, typed in Amy, keep looking, and then saw her, and I was like, oh, that's what I was in for, Love Island. So I just randomly dropped you a message, a funny message.
Yeah.
I think it was funny. I can't remember exactly what I said.
You said something like, hi Amy, hope you're having a good Easter weekend. If you've got a couple of minutes, can you not leave me hanging on Bumble or something?
I thought it was funny in that.
No, because I want to delete the app. You said, I'm patiently waiting so I can delete the app.
Yeah, so she responded to what I didn't expect, but because I had a private profile.
Yeah. He had I clicked on it and it's a private profile, and I was like, who the hell has a private profile? What a weirdo. So I Googled you, and all the pictures were you in your little tighty-whities with your six-pack from your modelling days. So I was like, oh, do you know what? I'll give him a chance. I'll give him a chance.
So my sort of rule of thumb with the online dating was like, you got to meet quickly. If you just let these conversations drag out, they often die out. So I suggested meeting up, and we went up to London.
Yeah.
Turned from like a little bit of food into a bit of a boozy date, really, didn't it?
Yeah. So we had a phone call that first week, didn't we? You were like, we need to have a phone call to check we can actually like talk to each other rather than just on text. We had a phone call. It was the night before I moved house and I hadn't done any packing. And I had you on the phone, and because I was concentrating on the phone call, I didn't find packing boring, so I managed to pack up everything while I was on the phone to you. And then you went out, we met up for some like awkward tapas, didn't we? Because we'd already done, I think it's always hard, like if you we were speaking on the phone sort of 2 hours a night every night before we met up. And it was about 10 days of us speaking on the phone every night for like 2 hours.
Yeah, so all the small talk.
So we'd done all of the sort of first, second, third date small talk. So then it's the first time you've met someone, but you're sort of going straight in with sort of like fourth date stuff. And so then you don't know how to sort of gauge it. But we went to a wine bar, we had a few wines, didn't we?
And you did your special mating dance.
It's not a mating dance.
It's a mating
really
dance.
Drunk, and I did my Proud Mary routine.
Imagine you're standing there about to leave, and then suddenly there's some music.
So how does it exactly go, this mating dance?
This is the way I saw it. She says it was different. I was leaving, and she was like, hang on, Sam, I've got something to share with you. I was like, it's a bit weird. But anyway, the music comes on. Was the music on? Yeah, it was the music.
No, okay, you tell
you played the music maybe through your phone.
No, I didn't.
Then you started doing some kind of dance, and I was like, it did feel like a mating dance. I didn't really know what to do, so I kind of just like kept along with it, clapping, and then she finished, and I was like, wow, that's amazing, the mating dance.
I know that's going to come up in your wedding speech, and it's not going to be true, and there's not going to be time for me to rectify it.
Tell me that's not true.
I will rectify it now on record.
Right.
So what actually happened was we'd drunk a hell of a lot of wine. Like you'd make out like I was stone cold sober. We drank a hell of a lot of wine. And then we were in my friend's, like, obviously we had to sit outside, we had to take our glasses back inside. And Proud Mary, which is my song, my routine, was on. I was like, oh my God, this is my song. And then just started doing the dance that I do. I wasn't trying to mate you.
It's a good song.
Yeah.
It was a good, it
first
worked.
date, darling.
It did work.
I know.
High morals.
There was another sweet bit to that whole day, though, because when we dropped the glasses inside, he was like, hang on, can I just quickly show you something? And there's a theatre there, isn't there?
Yeah.
And we had our first real kiss.
Yeah, in the theatre.
In the theatre.
Oh, nice.
That sort of glues everything together, doesn't it?
Yeah. So yes, we had that there, and then we went from there, didn't we? But what I found was really awkward. We talked about this at any time. So obviously we had our first kiss on our first date, but obviously we had quite a lot of wine, hadn't we? Yeah. And then our second date, we met in the middle for a Sunday roast, but we both drove. So we sort of got there, and it's like, we've already kissed, but now we're both stone cold sober. Like, what do you do? And I remember we like, when we went to say goodbye, we were like,
it is really.
Is it a weird
really
hug?
Awkward,
Is it a hug? Is it a kiss? Is it a smooch? Is it like, what is it?
We went for the kiss, but the second date's always awkward if you're not drinking.
Yeah.
We just went for it.
And then the third date, I ruined it by having my friends around from Mexican the day before and discovering tequila.
You got ruined, didn't you?
Yeah.
And then you nearly called it off.
I nearly called it off.
If you did call it off, I was worried if she was trying to pie me off as well. So I was thinking, like, I hope we can still make this happen.
Yeah, and then the third day,
It was a hungover day.
Yeah, he literally came around and I literally sat on the sofa with no makeup on with wet hair.
No, but I come down and then, I think I left about 11, 12. But on my Google Maps, it was saying 4 hours to get home because of road works. And I was like, wow, this is going to be a harsh journey home. And she was like, oh, I'm really lovely to meet you. And I'm like, I've got 4 hours to travel still. I was fuming secretly inside.
But I was also hella hungover.
You was really hungover, yeah.
It's a hangover part 4, but at least it worked out, you know.
It really worked, yeah.
It's like, if you can get through that,
yeah, exactly.
you get through anything.